Welcome back to the channel. Guys, I hope you're having a great weekend. So, we got to talk about Pump.fun. What's the best project? What's the best cryptocurrency? And so, we're going to look into that today and try to consider many factors and what's going to probably end up being one of the best projects on Pump.fun. Now, we're going to also discuss some of the things probably not to look for. And some of the things that you're looking for are probably the things that are going to be the most dangerous on Pump.fun. So a lot of people ask that question, what do we do? You're afraid to invest in this project. You're afraid to go to this other project. Where do you stand? Where you're going to feel a little bit better about Pump.fun, right? If you're encountering that situation. So, what Bitcoin MYK is, this is where we're at. This is the site we're on. And it has launched on Pump.fun. If you don't know what Pump.fun is, it's a launch pad basically, mostly for meme coins. And as you can tell by the title of the name, part of the idea is to get your projects to exchanges already funded with value in them, right? And so people come along. If they like your project, they'll invest in it. And what's popular about Pump is that they're pumping up these projects really fast. Now, most of them want to do this with good projects, but they don't know what the good projects are. They don't know what to look for. And so what's happening is oftentimes they're pumping up, which ends up being crap projects. And what happens with these crap projects is then the people who've created these projects end up siphoning out the money, and these guys are left with nothing in it. And these guys, on top of that, they can come back and repeat the process over and over again. So it's turning a lot of people away from Pump.fun that would otherwise be there, probably putting in a great deal more value, right? So let's talk about what I believe to be the best project on Pump.fun. And of course, there's going to be some biases, but that's only going to be based on because we know what the project is capable of and what is doing. All right, here on the Bitcoin MYK website. And what is Bitcoin MYK? It's basically a social network with cryptocurrency wallets. So basically, this is merging into what we would deem something like the everyday coin. I'm sorry, the everything coin. So it's quite similar to the newest idea proposed at Twitter, and that is adding fintech to the Twitter network, where you're going to have your social media, you're going to have your cryptocurrency wallets together. And the next step Bitcoin MYK takes in that type of situation is Bitcoin MYK basically ushers in this algorithm that when you use social media, you actually generate the cryptocurrency. It's able to extrapolate a value based on social media activities you do. So it's kind of like being on Twitter, but earning cryptocurrency. And so this is how you're creating and getting the distribution of the cryptocurrency, right? Now, uh, when you look at many projects on Pump.fun, the meme coins are just being pumped up. The problem is, how can these things hold the value? They can't hold the value because it's nothing there. So they'll pump these things up to 500,000, $1 million market cap, 5 million. And what happens? They crash right back down because they don't have the value. Now, what's become quite natural is that people have started to go, hey, this doesn't make any sense, right? We want projects that value something, are worth something, that aren't going to just crash back down, because what's the purpose of that, right? Are we just going to, are we going to just keep pumping up projects? And this guy, he keeps creating the same guy who's doing the rug pulls. He's basically the same guy that's creating project after project after project, right? And so people are catching on to that's what's happening. And they're catching on to a lot of people who are promoting Pump.fun are probably part of that cycle, right? They may be working with these people. So how do you combat that? And how do we find good projects that work against that. And the simple answer is you find useful projects, projects that you actually use. And that's why at Bitcoin MYK, even if you're a pumper at Pump.fun, we come in, as we're part of this project, and we tell people, hey, if you're not using Bitcoin MYK, right, uh, we would advise you not to buy the token, right, not to buy the cryptocurrency. We don't want you buying it because all that's going to mean is you're going to buy it and dump it, right? You're going to try to buy it early and cash out, dump it. And I know a lot of people think that's the idea behind Pump.fun, but we're here to do something different because that format isn't working for most people. We want to try something different where we believe it'll make sense to just then focus on pumping up the good projects, giving more value and capital to the good projects that actually have a use to them, and we're seeing how we fare out with that. And our projection is that you're going to fare out very, very well if a social network like Bitcoin NYK gets to a $5 million market cap. Our analysis is that it's a good chance it will hold that value, not crash down. As we look at many other social networks as such, these networks hold billions of dollars and they do a great deal less than Bitcoin MYK does. Bitcoin MYK actually is able to uh, basically give you cryptocurrency and a value through an algorithm based on what you do on social media. All right, so if we go and look at some of the data on Bitcoin MYK, right, it shows some of the users what they're doing, right, and how they're earning cryptocurrency. So as you can see here, as soon as you come through the gate, you earn 10 Bitcoin MYK coins just for becoming a member. This person here, they earned the cryptocurrency for the site visit. Uh, Someone earned a cryptocurrency for logging in. Um, and so there's a variety of things you can earn the cryptocurrency for, and the system knows how much to award you based on what you do, right? Um, this person earned a token for updating their profile. Uh, some get them for adding photos because it's also kind of, got this meta Facebook, Instagram format and vibe to it, right? So there's so much you can do. And I'm on the mobile interface now, but the desktop the desktop format offers a great deal more features as well, right? And so a lot of great things happening with the Bitcoin MYK project. You're also able to, when you like things and it's such, you earn cryptocurrency for liking content, for receiving likes. So it's a very cool platform and format, right? That's what we want to see uh, at Pump.fun, right? That's what we want to see. Um, the other issue I think that's happening at Pump.fun is that serious investors aren't going to get involved if they know this is what's going on, right? And so Pump.fun can do a good job in the early stages of basically uh, attracting a lot of speculators, gamblers. We like to use the term degenerate gamblers, and a lot of the meme community who has fun doing these things, and there's nothing wrong with that. Of course, it's never fun to the people who are burnt or get wrecked in relation to this, and so we want to be clear in saying that what's happening with Pump.fun is that the that element of fun that's in there. We don't have a problem with that, and we're not against that, right? People are allowed to do whatever they want to do with their money. Uh, what we're suggesting is there can be a responsible arm to Pump.fun where a lot of people can have prosperity through this distribution of value, as it were. And I believe it's just a matter of time before projects like Bitcoin MYK achieve that. Like, I really think Bitcoin MYK is going to become one of these projects that can benefit and harness the power of Pump.fun to create this very valuable cryptocurrency, because we're just touching the surface of what this platform can do. It can do a great deal of things, right? Um, Again, this is for those group of people on Pump.fun that can understand what I'm saying, right? Uh, it's not going to be for people who can't set aside short term gratification. It's not going to be for people who are degenerate gamblers and might belong over there in Gambling Anonymous. But it is going to be for the people who understand what we can achieve with Pump.fun, the way the system's set up to grow value and to fund these projects, going to major exchanges and so on, right? So those things can happen. I can see them easily happening with Pump.fun, but Pump.fun is not united. It doesn't want to be, simply because there are a group of people, influencers there, who are working with scammers and such. And these people are working together to try to siphon out as much money as they can from you all and leave y'all holding the bag, leaving a bad taste in Pump's mouth, which the people who have created Pump.fun, I don't know if that was the idea behind it, but what they've done is they've created what could be a model for raising capital in cryptocurrency, right? And it can work good, because the people who are investing, they have that element of they can make money quickly over time. And yes, they'll come through the door that way, but I think over time, the people who are in Pump.fun are going to see the power of what they can do uh, going forward otherwise with it. And I think those people are going to end up quite prosperous, right? Again, if you're a short term thinker, you're not going to understand what we're saying. And we expect that only a small percentile of Pump.fun will. And that's fine. We don't need everybody. We're not looking for everybody. As we're saying with our project, we would rather have a smaller group of people who are not going to dump the cryptocurrency, right? We would rather have those people who can easily foresee a 5 million, 10 million, $100 million market cap, right? Or even going to the top 100 cryptocurrencies or the top 10. We'd rather have those people buy the cryptocurrency, not just buy the cryptocurrency, use the social network. Everybody uses social media. You're using it right now. Um, so you automatically do it. But if you're not willing to do it on Bitcoin MYK, we just rather you not use it, right? We rather have a small percentile of people. We don't need a whole lot of people, you know. We can start off with a few thousand people who are regular active users and be quite successful. Many cryptocurrency projects don't have that many users. It's just speculation. On average, you've only probably got a couple of thousand active users, 1,400 active users, and you got a whole bunch of bots and people speculating on the markets, right? A lot of wash trading, a lot of scams happening, a lot of rug pulls and burning. Those aren't real community members, right? And so we're talking about things entirely different. But that's where we're at with this. Bitcoin MYK, in my opinion, from what I've seen so far, doesn't mean it's the only one. I've actually come across a few other projects on Pump.fun. They're actually good projects. But from this standpoint now, it's the best project on Pump.fun, in my opinion, based on what it's doing, the people who are using it as such, um, all of those things. And, yeah, because of that, that's what makes me lend over to that area. I'm going to tell you right now, if you go on Pump.fun, you're likely to lose. Probably 90% of you're going to lose your money at some point. It's a few people uh, that have had some success with it, but those same people are going to go back and lose that money, right? Just like going to a gambling casino and such, right? And that's where they're at with that primarily right now, right? And so we don't want that. Many of us now don't want that, and we're not looking to have that. But that's all I want to say in this video today. If you like content like this, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions about the best project, in my opinion, on Pump.fun, leave them in the comment section. We'll be glad to address them. Uh, Also, what you have to understand about good projects is they move opposite a lot of times to the projects that are getting the rug pulls done on Pump.fun. Remember, to be a successful rug pull, you've got to make it look good, right? You've got to make it look like it's activity, it's people. Half the time it's bots buying up the cryptocurrency. Half the times it's the same scam developers doing project after project because we can't. It's hard to track these people and know who they are sometimes, right? They get more clever as we go, and so they're creating this fake picture um, where you're going to get in and lose your money. It's just like blindly pumping up money. But what I believe is going to happen is we're going to be able to capture a small percentage of those people into our project, and they're going to make wiser decisions based on past performances of where they're ending up with on Pump.fun. And those people are going to have a good experience at Pump.fun and be saved from a lot of the pain that they're going to encounter without a doubt on Pump.fun, right? So again, some people aren't going to hear this or understand this because they're caught up into short-term gratification, right? Which is rarely going to be the answer to solving your or growing your cryptocurrency portfolio. Also, in addition to that, if you really take time in these Pump.fun communities, these pump up meme coin communities, and you speak with people on a daily basis, you're going to find out that oftentimes these people have only had made $100, couple of $100. I mean, the best ones who are winning, who are supposedly winning in the project, made several $100. Relatively minimal results, and those are the big winners. The biggest losers are losing a fortune from their cryptocurrency portfolio, selling good cryptocurrencies to buy these projects. And this can present a lot of opportunity in the setup, right? With good projects launching on them from their genesis, meaning from the beginning, meaning they're going to be a percentile of good projects launching from the beginning, and they're going to go up quick in value. It's not going to be like starting some other good projects that take a while. No, you're talking about good shows in the first 24 hours, right? And that's what's so powerful about Pump.fun. The only issue is you want to be in the good projects. Now, it's fairly easy to pick them out, but again, there are so many scammers that are trying to push the narrative on the crap projects, you're going to miss them. So that's where we're at with this. Guys, that's all I want to say in this particular video. Again, be sure to join BitcoinNYK.com, the social network. You can get free cryptocurrency coins just by joining, as you can see. And that could be a great entry into Pump.fun in our project because, again, we're more concerned about getting you in and getting a good experience and value onto you than you investing your money in only to dump the cryptocurrency. We would rather you like the project, keep your money in your wallet, like the project, and use it because we know if you like it and use it, you're going to add value to it even if you don't invest in it. That is more so the best outcome for us because under Metcalfe's law, the more people like it and use it, the more value it's going to have anyway, whether you invest a dollar or not, right? As you can see, the social network is already up and running. That means it was valuable enough to be created by people. And you see people using it, which means it's valuable enough for people to use it, an actual project, an actual social network like the billions of dollar ones you use daily. But if you get into a weird pixel meme created by somebody you don't know or never heard of before today, don't have a history, don't have a project, don't have a platform, then you're bound to end up in the worst situation imaginable, right? That's losing all your money and maybe even leaving cryptocurrency for good, right? So we want to keep people in and we want to show you the power of cryptocurrency, how to properly use it. That's all I want to say in this video. Until next time, as always, take care of yourselves and each other.